Welcome, everybody, to Creating Cards with Debbie. Let me check my sound and make sure my sound is working. And if you come on, please comment. And if you can hear me okay, let me know. Let me just bring up my iPad here a minute and we'll check out, see how things are. Okay, can you hear me? All right, we're not hearing on this side. Maybe I got my sound down. Can you hear me now? Well, all right, testing. Can you hear me? No, we don't have sound, I don't believe. Can you hear me now? No? Oh, great. That's a good way to start out today. Let me try my phone. Maybe it's just my iPad. There's not a week that goes by that I don't have problems. Let me get to Creating Cards with Debbie. Okay, you can hear me? Okay, maybe it's just on my side. Let me just double check here to make sure. Okay, great. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, so everything looks fine then. All right, I want to welcome you here today to Creating Cards with Debbie. And my name is Debbie Foster. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. Let me put my iPad aside here. Okay, and I want to welcome you here if this is your first time. I do a weekly free class showing cards or projects that I've made using Stampin' Up! Products. So if you want to shop with me, you can shop in my store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And that is scrolling across the bottom of my screen there too. And the host code for May, which is only a couple days left here, is FPJSFGSQ. So use that host code if your order is under $150. And if you need to email me for any questions you might have, you can reach me at creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com, or you can private message me on Facebook. And this is being broadcast both to YouTube and to Facebook, so whichever area that you prefer, you're able to watch it. So, and I'd like for you to share the video and like it. That brings me more viewers. Okay, so we've got the June Paper Pumpkin coming up, and you have until June 10th to sign up for that, and it's called Life is Sweet. It says subscribe by June 10th, and it says celebrate the sweet things in life with textured artistic cards. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. Iridescent glimmer sentiments and pre-cut paper pieces, vellum accents, iridescent pearls, and linen thread, and it coordinates with the colors of Poppy Parade, Peach Pie, Lemon Lolly, Shy Shamrock, and it comes with the classic Stampin' Spot, which is the Shy Shamrock. and also coordinates with Pool Party and Pretty in Pink. And this kit features the new 2024 to 2026 in colors. And you can also still add on the dies that coordinate with that and the last two paper pumpkins. It was April, May, and June. So it has the butterflies. It has I think that's a hexagon, and then a thanks word die. So I think that's like $12, but you have to be subscribed to Paper Pumpkin in order to get that. So you could subscribe to the June Paper Pumpkin and add on those dies for an additional $12, I believe it is. All right, and we've got just a couple days left to get your starter kit or join today and get the new in color products for free. And what that is, let me get my paperwork here. With your starter kit, you'd normally get to choose $125 worth of product for $99, and that's free shipping. But during the month of May, which you only have a couple days here, you can get your starter kit at that price, $99, the $125 worth of product. And plus, you also get another $82 value added on to that, which is all 5 of the classic Stampin' pads, the 2024 to 2026 in colors. You'll get the 2024 to 26 in color 6x6 designer series paper, a pack of the cardstock that has all colors in it, all 5 colors. And then you'll also get the Stampin' Right markers and all those in colors, new in colors. So that's a value of $207 worth of product for just $99 plus free shipping. So you want to reach out to me with that and get your free kit. And there's no, you don't have to do it like I do. You can just do it to get your discounts. And with your first order, after you get your starter kit, you'll get 20% savings on all of your orders. So that's a little added bonus. And if you don't want to continue after your 3 months is up, you can just drop and you keep all your items. So there's no fine print or anything going on or anything. You just quit doing it. You don't have to do nothing. All right. So if you join my team, if you get your starter kit, you get a great team of people, and you get, we have basic membership into the Stamp Happy Academy. I'm not sure if you've seen that. And lots of goodies that go along with that, just not just the savings. You get a lot of people in our team to help you with any questions or problems you might have. And it's just a fun time. We all have a good time. So I'm going to do 3 Father's Day cards today, being Father's Day is coming up. What is that, the 3rd Sunday of June? So I wanted to get some Father's Day cards out there for y'all. So this is going to be our first one. And I'm using the bundle, which is in our annual catalog. It's called Beauty of the Deep, and I'm getting a lot of glare here. And the stamp set and the dies. And then I've got some extra add-ons that I'm going to be using with that. So it says Celebrate on the front side. And then on the inside, I've stamped a little coral here, and it says Happy Father's Day. And instead of putting that on the top side, I kind of did a little different and put it down the bottom corner. Okay, so Lonesome Dave, where are you from? Are you in my area? I'm in Arkansas. It's kind of fun to see where everybody's coming in watching from. All right, so we're going to get started with that. We're going to be doing some messy work here. I'm going to start out with, I'll get my supplies out here. I'm sidetracked here, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, Washington. Okay. Never been to Washington. I've been, I went to New York, I guess. That's probably the farthest I've been. Well, of course, Florida and all those states, but nothing over by Washington at all. I lived in California for quite some time, so that's why I say I have a mutt accent, because I don't really have the southern accent. um, all right, so here I am talking and not paying attention. All right, let's get back to the card. We're going to be using, this is our copper clay cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored in the center at 5 1/2 inches. And we're just going to grab our bone folder over here, and we're going to burnish that edge, give it a good crisp fold there. And then I've got our mat is going to be wild wheat, and that's 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then our basic white, which is 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/2 inches. And of course, our inside layer is our basic white, and that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. But we're going to set that aside for right now. All right, we're going to set our mat over here out of the way, and I want to bring out some scratch paper here to protect my work surface so I don't make such a mess. We're going to be getting messy here. We're going to use our blending brush, and we're going to be using blueberry bushel. I've got different ink pads out here, so I'm looking through which one I need. And we're going to add a little color to this white so it's not so stark white. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. I usually use my glass mat, but it's not in the camera view, so I'm just going to use this paper. And I'm just going to tap it off on the side on my scrap paper and then bring it over onto my cardstock. So I don't want it real dark, but I want to tone down that white a little bit. And plus it's going to be a sea scene, so it's got to be a little bit of water there. So. All right. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and you'll be notified when I put new videos up. And I try to do one a week at least, so you'll be notified when I load up a new video. And also hit that little bell, and that way you'll be notified when they are loaded up, so you won't have to guess when I'm going to be going live. It'll tell you, hopefully. All right. So is this your first time watching, Lonesome? I don't think I've seen you on here before. Okay. And I'm going to kind of leave that center more white. We don't want it completely covered. I'm just going to tone it down just a little bit here. All right, and I think that looks fairly good. So I'm going to, this is our blueberry bushel. I'm going to close that up. I'm going to be using it again later. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're coming. It's good to have somebody here to talk to instead of talking to myself the whole time. All right, so we're going to use the coral is going to be our wild wheat. And I've already got those mounted already. This is our coral. I guess that's coral. That's what I'm calling it anyway. Or seaweed. Maybe it's seaweed. And we're going to stamp that centered at our bottom. And I'm going to bring it down a bit. Okay. there we have that. And then I'm going to bring over, I put all my stamps out here, so I'm looking through to get the right ones that I want. All right, they're all mixed up here. We're going to use this little seaweed. Now I'm going to go back here a minute. I'm going to use this one first. So that's going to be using I use garden green for that one. And that's right here. Excuse my arm reaching. Set those over here out of the way so I can get some room here. And I'm going to just stamp that along this left side. I'm going to kind of fill in some of this space here. All right, so I got both of those. And I can close up the garden green for now. And now I'm going to come back in with this one. This is going to be the wild wheat. And I'm just going to fill in some of these empty spots. Okay. And I think I'm going to add just another one right there. All right, so we're done with that for now. We're going to move some things away here. And I'm going to bring my blueberry bushel back over here. And my scrap of basic white. We're going to stamp some fish here. And I'm using the blueberry bushel to stamp those with. And I'm looking for my other fish. We've got this little feller. And I guess that's an angelfish. And we're just going to do 2 of those. And while I'm stamping, I'm going to stamp my anchor, which is a copper clay. And of course, that's way at the bottom of my stack there. Our copper clay. And this is our anchor. Stamp that. And close that up. And we're going to bring over our baby boss. I'm going to do some die cutting. Die cut those out. I've got tape all over my machine here. I reuse it, so I just stick it onto my machine to use it again until there's no sticky left on it. All right, and our dies. 2 fish and an anchor. Okay, here's the anchor. And where are the fish here? Our fish. And those are all going to come off of that sheet. I just put them in my basket and probably dump them all over. All right, so bring our paper over here and get this in view here maybe. And we're going to put down our anchor, and I'm going to hold it in place with my washi tape. I don't want it to move. So I think my tape is still good. And then our two fish. Trying not to get my head in the camera. Okay. And then our sunfish. I need one more piece of tape here. Let me grab another roll over here. You know, years ago we used to use the washi tape on our projects that we're doing, but I don't think anybody uses it anymore for our projects. We use it more to hold down our dies. Maybe it'll come back again someday. Seems like the old always comes back eventually. All right, so there we've got that. Let's run this through. Try not to shake the table too much here. And we'll set this aside for now. There's our anchor. And let me move my messy paper out of the way here. There. So there's our one little fish. And I'm going to put that in my magnetic bowl here. I don't lose my dies. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to our mat. Did I cut that wrong? I think I did. Let me cut this down. That's supposed to be smaller. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Grab my paper trimmer. And it's supposed to be 3.5. Okay, I didn't put it wrong. 3.5 by 4 3/4. All right, that's better. Okay, there, that fits better. So we're going to grab our combo glue and we're going to glue that down to our mat. And we're just going to do a small border going around. And one thing about the liquid glue, it gives you time to move it if you need to. I call it a little bit of wiggle room. All right. Now, I'm not going to place this directly down on our card. We're going to angle it a little bit, kind of off-center it. Just a little bit of a different look here. I'll make sure my card's opening right. And let me see, don't want it this way. Yeah, just slightly. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I'm going to scooch that over just a little bit until I get it where I want it to be. Okay, so here we go. Now we can add our fish. And I'm going to take my angel fish and I'm going to color the center of her. And I'm going to use lemon lolly. And this is the dark lemon lolly. And I'm just going to color her center portion of her body. Just to give her a little bit more color contrast. And maybe a little bit right there on her fin, a little bit, her back fin. Okay. And now we can place those down. I was thinking I was going to stamp my bubbles first, but I think I'll put my fish down first. Just a little drop. Yeah, I got a little bit too much on that one, so let's spread the love here a little bit. All right, and we're going to place our angelfish on the left side, and our other fish, which I'm not sure what kind of fish he is. I'll go down here a little bit. Now we're going to add some bubbles for our fish, and I'm using the Blueberry Bushel ink pad again for that. Oh yeah, Amber, I bet it does work good for that. I'm glad you're here. I just got started, so you haven't missed too much. All right, so we're going to do our bubbles, and I think the wider portion is going to go towards the top. And so right there. Yeah, the anchor is the copper clay ink pad. That's one of my favorite colors too. I like that color. And that's the color of the card base also. All right, so we're going to take our anchor and we're going to place that up on dimensionals. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool to grab those off of there. So I'm looking at a smaller one. I'm going to use my edges here. So let me get my paper snips and cut these down to size more. I don't need them quite so big. Turn that over, put one there, and then another one at this top portion. Oops, I still need that yet. Pop those off. And we're going to place that down here in this bottom left-hand corner, kind of at an angle. And I need to get my this is my bow maker. I usually have them made ahead of time, but I didn't today for some reason. I forgot. So we're going to do a small bow with our linen thread, and I'm going to make that a double bow. And looks like I've got plenty here, so let's switch this around and save a little bit of thread. And bring that back around and tie this. It's always difficult to get your fingers to work when you're on camera. I don't know what that is. Maybe they're camera shy or something. All right. That's that over there. I'll trim that down. And then I'm going to get a mini glue dot. Take your pick tool to grab one of those off and kind of roll it in a ball. And I'm going to place that right in the center of our anchor. And the hole on top there. And there's our little linen thread. And I need to tuck some of that in so it's not sticking on the outside there. Okay, so there's that portion. And now we're going to do our stamp. Let's see if it... Well, we're going to do this a different color. All right. I'm talking to myself here. We're going to stamp Celebrate. And I have to find that. It's right here. But I'm going to use our black Memento ink. This is black Memento ink that I've put into a craft white stamp set or stamp pad. And I just like the cushion of this a lot better than what the washi tape, or I was looking at the washi tape on here on the comments and I got sidetracked. I like this better than the Stampin' pad on the regular Memento pads. It's got a softer surface or something for stamping. All right, so there's our Celebrate, which is a little bit crooked. Let me try that again. And well, that's not much better. I think I'll stick to this one. All right, and then I'm going to just snip that off. And I'm going to snip this one shorter. I can maybe trim that down just a little bit. It's kind of thicker than what I wanted it to be. And well, I think I might cut these at an angle instead. And I'm going to place this down. Okay. You can go on to my store too, Amber, which is the one that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And you can see everything that we have, Stampin' Up! Has right now. If that doesn't work for you, let me know and I'll try to get one out to you. I know the shipping is so high right now that if you hadn't ordered anything in the last 6 months, I kind of took you off my list. So, but let me know. All right, so here we have our Celebrate. Let me close this up. And we're going to attach that to the top of our card. And I'm just going to glue that down directly. I'm not putting it onto dimensionals at all. Any chance that Anchor is on special? No, it's just the regular price. I know next month we're going to be running some specials on the bundles. I think it's like 10% off. That would be the stamp set and the dies. But by itself, the dies, no. You'd have to be a bundle to get the discount. So let me know. I'll see what we can do. Okay, so here's our card. And they Celebrate. Let's do the inside. And on the inside, we've got our 4 by 5 1/4 inch white base, basic white. And I'm going to bring back, I think it's a wild wheat that I used for the coral. Yeah. So we're going to stamp our coral at the bottom here. Bottom left-hand corner. Try to find a space to put all these where they're not in my way. And then we're going to bring back our black ink. And we're going to stamp Happy Father's Day, which the Father's Day comes from the Gone Fishing stamp set, which is this one right here. This is another cute man's set. It has the dies also that go with it. But we're not using those today. We're just using that one sentiment, which is Happy Father's Day. And I'm going to stamp that right down here on top of our coral. And close that up before we have an accident. And bring our glue back over here, and we'll put that inside of our card. We've got a beautiful day here in Arkansas today. We've had a lot of storms and a lot of rain for May. I don't know. I guess a pretty wet May. But they say May showers bring April showers bring May flowers. So I don't know what happened. Kind of mixed up a little bit. I think probably our flowers are probably saying enough is enough. We can't take any more. We're drowning. Okay, so here's our first card. It says celebrate and Happy Father's Day on the inside. So that's our first card. Let me straighten up a little bit here, and we'll go on to our second card. Oops. Didn't mean for that to be loud. My instructions back there so I don't lose them. And I'm going to bring my Simply Chamois over here and clean up my stamps a little bit. I can use them again. I've got different colors. I don't want to cross-contaminate my stamp pads. This is our Simply Chamois. It's in our catalog. All you do is add water to it, and you don't use any chemicals or anything, so that's a good thing. And when it's dirty, you just run it under your faucet, rinse it out until the water comes clean, and squeeze the excess water out of it and put it back in the case, and it's ready to go again. Mine is clean. It stains the pad, so it looks like it's dirty, but it's not. It's just stained from the inks. No harm to it. All right, so let's get on to our second card. I guess I'll grab the one that's in the front. We'll do that one first. And trying to get situated. I'll set these over here. I think I'm done with the blending brush. Okay. All right, so here's our second card. It's another Happy Father's Day. And I'm using that same sentiment that's out of the Gone Fishing. Yeah, true, Amber. They're probably swimming. Okay, so here's our second card. And it's very similar. I'm using all the same stamp set. But on the inside, I've got Hope Your Day is a Happy One. So let me get my instructions out here, and we'll get started on that one. Okay, so this one I'm using the Peach Pie cardstock, and that's just our basic size. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and then it's scored in the center at 4 1/4 inches. And we're going to take our bone folder again. We're going to burnish that edge. And we'll set our card aside. And that's for the inside. We'll wait on that one. For the outside, we have our basic black, and that measures 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then I've got our basic white that is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So we're going to set our black card base over there, our black mat, I should say. And then we're going to bring back our multi paper, and I'm going to start stamping. And we want, I'm going to be using the peach pie and Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock and Copper Clay. Where are you? Okay, let's turn it around the wrong side. Copper Clay. And I think that's the only colors I'm using to start with. So we're going to start with our peach pie. And stamp that on there. That's going to be stamped pretty much in the center. Right about there looks right. I'm going to leave that there to let it marinate into the paper a little bit. All right. I'm running out of space here. And then we're going to use the Shy Shamrock to do our seagrass. I guess that's what that is. And we're going to start with the long one. And I'm going to turn this to my side so I can see what I'm doing here. And I think I'm going to put another one right there. Now these are just going to be short ones coming up from the bottom. Just kind of fill in that white space a little bit. All right, and then we're going to use, I guess this is coral, and that's going to be our copper clay. And we're going to put that in our bottom right-hand corner. All right, and that will lighten up after it dries. It looks kind of dark right now, but it will lighten. All right, and while I have that copper clay out, I'm going to stamp our anchor again onto our scrap paper here. And set that aside. We're going to do our little fish using the copper clay. And I'm thinking I might want to do my bubbles first. I'm going to do my bubbles using the Summer Splash. So let me grab my bubbles again, which are right here. And we're going to have about right there. Right there. Right there. And I think I'm going to bring this down right there. So I hope I didn't mess it up. All right, so that's our Summer Splash. I think we're done with that. And we're done. I'm going to do our copper clay yet. We're going to do our little fish with the copper clay. I think I'm going to do my angel fish first because they're a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to use my black Memento ink. Getting kind of crowded here. Okay, we're going to do one angelfish right over here. And another one. Well, right there. I think I could put more bubbles down here. Let me bring back my bubbles. Summer splash. Angelfish needs some bubbles going up. All right, and now back to our small fish. Get this black out of the way. I think all of these I can fold up. I'm done with. All right, back to our copper clay. And I'm going to do 3 of the smaller fish. So I'm going to do one right there. And trying to see where I want to position him at. Maybe one here. And another one right about there. Okay, so we can glue that down to our black layer. Got dropsies today, it looks like. All right, then center that onto our black layer. Twist it around so I can see it. I had an ink blob right there. I wonder if I can put another fish there. I had ink on my finger. Well, I really do. Let me get a baby wipe and pull my fingers off. Ink all over the place. Thank goodness for baby wipes. And I'm going to have to put another fish right there. Bring it back over here. Copper clay. Let me see if I can fix this up. Yeah. You can see the seaweed through them a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Make sure my fingers are clean before I get ink on everything else. And we're going to move this out of the way. And then I'm going to kind of put this where I'm going to be placing it. And we're going to come back in with our sentiment. Happy Father's Day again. With our black ink. And we're going to put that down in the bottom right-hand corner. And we need to cut out our anchor. Let me get things moved out of the way here a little bit. Bring our baby boss back over here. And what did I do with it there? I lost the plates there for a minute. So if you're in need of a machine too, I know next month, starting June 5th, I think it is, besides the bundles, stamp bundles and dies, the machines will all be 10% off too. So that's another little added promotion that's coming up. And let me find my anchor up here. So if you're in need of a Stampin' Cut embossed machine, it's a good time to maybe get it. it's for the little ones or the big ones, so whichever you're in need of. The little one is handy on your desk, but it doesn't cut out the big things like the big machine does, so I think I'd probably go with the big one first and then add on a small one later if you wanted. Because I do use the small one quite a bit too. But there's some things that I can't use it for that are too big to go through the machine. All right, die over there, washi tape there. And let's bring this over. And I thought about putting the anchor up there, but I don't think I like it up there. We're just going to leave that fish right there. And I'm going to place our anchor again up on dimensionals. So again, I'm going to cut down to size a little bit, make them a little smaller. I like to use the outside edges for this. And try to find where I want to cut it. Maybe that one. And we'll just cut 1.5 here. Well, we've got 2.5, so maybe I'll go ahead and use those. Well, where did it go? My light is blinding me. Okay, and pull those backings off. I think I got a tag along dimensional on my finger, but we're going to just throw it away. It's a small one. All right, now this is going to go at an angle. Oh, I guess I probably need to glue this down first. Getting ahead of myself. Amber, I don't really know. Like I said, on June 5th, it's going to be 10% off. So it's when you buy a stamp set that's a bundle, you already get 10% off. But during the sale, you get an additional 10% off. So that would be 20% off. So I can check and see how much it is and message you later. I don't have it right here in front of me. But hold on, I can grab it. Let me do that. I have my book right here. And it is called Beauty of the Deep. So we'll go to my index. Page 75. Which I should have showed it. Okay, it's a returning item that was in the last book. Yeah, it's... well, I guess they're not selling it as a bundle. So the dies would be $33 just for the dies, but you'd have to have the stamp to make the markings on it. So the stamp set itself is $25 plus the $33 for the anchor. But if you wanted to, you could fussy cut the anchor out. It probably wouldn't be that difficult, but you wouldn't get all the specialty dies for everything else. So that'd be $25 plus $33 for the set. Okay. All right, so we've got that done, and I think that's all I'm wanting to do on there. Okay, so here's the front of our card. Happy Father's Day with the fish and the anchor. And let's do the inside, which is our basic white, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I did this, and I'm going to puff on that and see if I can't get the ink to work again without re-inking it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It depends on how long it's been sitting there. But yeah, it works good. So there's our seagrass on the side. And hope your day is good. Let me see. What did I do with the stamp? Okay. And I'm going to use our black Memento ink. I'm going to stamp our sentiment up at the top right corner. Close that up before I transfer ink everywhere. Making sure my fingers are clean. Use that trusty baby wipe again. Okay. Did everybody have a good Memorial Day weekend? Ours was good. We didn't do much of anything. Just our normal weekend plans. And then Monday we barbecued some steaks. My husband did those, and they were very good. Yeah, just nothing. We don't try to get out to the lake or the campgrounds when it's a busy holiday like this, because it's usually crowded and kind of crazy going on. So we just stay off the water. We do have a camping trip the end of June, though. So we're going to be doing 4 days at one of our campgrounds here, not too far away. I guess it's probably about 40 miles from us, which isn't bad. We've got some friends that are going with us, so it should be a good time. This will be JoJo's first camping trip, so we're kind of curious how she's going to react. Okay, happy Father's Day, and hope your day is a happy one. That's our second card. Let me put our instructions there and set that aside. And we'll go on to our third card. And I don't want to lose my bow there. That might have been the piece I was looking for that I had to make a new one. Yeah, it was. Okay, so here's our third card. And this is using the, where did it go? The trucking along. And this comes with a punch. You can get the punch to go with it to punch out the truck. So we're using the truck and the trees and the grass and then the road and the tires. So that's trucking along. So here's the card. It says Happy Father's Day. And then on the inside, I've got Hope Your Day is a Happy One, with a little truck at the bottom. All right, so let me get my things together here. Try not to get any more ink on me. Well, that's the instructions for something else. I don't know why I got thrown in with that. Did I not have instructions? Yes, I did. Where'd they go? Here they are. Had me worried there for a moment. I thought, oh no, no instructions. But I found them. All right, so our card base is going to be our basic flat. Yeah, Amber, that sounds like a good idea. All right, 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. And we're going to burnish that edge just so it lays flat like it's supposed to. And then we've got, this is our copper clay. That's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Our basic weight is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And then another basic weight for the inside, which is our 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to set that inside of our card so I don't lose it. And I'm going to set our mat over there. We're going to do our stamping. So we're going to use the outline of the truck. And I'm going to use our black memento. And I'm going to stamp 3 trucks. So one at the upper portion off to our upper left side. Another about mid-center on the right side. And another one at the bottom area, bottom left. And there, I think. And I want to bring our Happy Father's Day in here. We're using that same stamp that's from the Fun Fishing. And place that in that empty space there on the left. And I guess I might as well stamp my trees too. I'm trying to think of everything that's done with the black memento, and I'll be done with that. So we're going to do a tree up in this right-hand corner, and another one at the bottom right-hand corner. And I need my tires. I'll also do those as long as I've got the black out here. And I'm going to have to bring this down so I can see it, so I'm going to be off camera. But we're going to line up our tires with our hubcaps, hopefully. That's pretty good. And one more. The photopolymer you can see through a little bit, so that kind of helps line it up. All right, so we've got that done. We're going to, what did I do with the truck? There it is. Put our black ink away. No black ink on me. Well, Amber, I guess I could try to get it out in the mail. I'm in the middle of having cataract surgeries done, so I'm not sure when I can get to town to send that to you. But I will try to get it out in the mail to you. Private message me your mailing address again, and I'll see if I can get it out to you before then. But you have the whole month of June to do it, so it's not like it has to be within the next day or two. All right, so we're going to do the first truck. It's going to be copper clay. And put dog hair or something on there, some kind of fuzz. I was trying to get that off. And we're going to stamp our truck. With the copper clay. Now that'll lighten up after it dries some, so don't let that scare you. And I need to put the little boards on the back of our truck. So here's that little stamp. It's tiny. These are the railings that go on the bed of the truck. So I'm going to try to get that lined up good. Okay, it's not too bad. Let me bring my Simply Chamois over here, because I'm going to use that for each different truck. So I'll be changing colors. And I need to clean this off too. So I might as well leave this over here. We're going to be using it. I'm going to pat that to get it dried off. So that was the copper clay. And I need to set these somewhere out of my way. And we're going to go with the boho blue. Is our middle truck. And see if I can line that up as well as I did the first one. And not too bad. Close that up. Clean up our stamp pad. Our stamp. And I've got some fuzz in there. All right, pat that dry. Okay, you can just private message me on Facebook, Amber. I don't want you to put it on here because everybody could see it. Or if you want to email it to me, I'm creating cards with Debbie179@gmail.com, if that's easier. Okay, and our next one is going to be pecan pie, which is at the bottom of the thing here. And I think that's dry. Tap, tap, tap. And okay, I missed that a little bit, but that's not going to hurt nothing. Got a little white at the bottom, but that's okay. All right. Whoops. I got to do the back of these. I didn't do. Let me bring that back over here. I got sidetracked. And let's bring our blue back over here. Our boho blue. And tap, tap, tap. And a little hair there. Dog hair, I guess. Okay. And I'll also clean that. These. Looking at that one, I think I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning these because I don't want to stick my fingers in them. Get all inky. All right. We're going to add our little road underneath them. And I'm going to use our wild wheat to do that with. And place that under each of our trucks so they're not floating in the air. Like that. And then I'm going to bring out our Granny Apple Green to do our trees and the grass. And so here's the top of the tree. And I need to slide this down so I can see what I'm doing. All right, and then we want the grass, which is right here. And trying to find which is the top side, which is the bottom side. I think that's right like that. And we're just going to place some grass under our tree. What you doing, Jojo? Huh? What are you doing? You wanting to be on camera? I can't lift you up here. Okay, my email address is, well, I can pop it up on the screen for you. I think I can. Well, I thought I had it up here. Okay, it's my name, Creating Cards with Debbie. Or no, it's Creating with Debbie. Don't put the cards in there. Let me type it on the banner for you. We've got time here. 9 at Gmail. Okay. Okay, it's right there for you. Greeting with Debbie 179 at Gmail. Yep. Okay, so we've got the front of our card is finished. Let me fold that up. And I'm going to take our linen thread and I'm going to wrap that around. And here we are with the fumble fingers again. And I'm going to just tie a little knot in our linen thread. I know with guy cards, they don't like the frou-frou stuff with the bows and all that stuff, but this is just a tied knot. And I'm going to scooch that over. Well, I can't even get a hold of it here. What, Jojo? Mama can't lift you. All right. For goodness, my fingers just are not working today. All right. And I'm going to attach that to our copper clay layer. Get my comments back up here. There we go. I'm going to give a little extra here because of the linen thread there being bulky. And bring our copper clay mat over here and we'll stick that down on there. Leave a border all the way around. Okay, we're going to snip off these ends a little bit. We don't need our tails so long. And then we'll put that on our card front. Oops, I went off the side here with my glue. Take that out. This over here. And like I said, with the Tombow liquid glue, you got time to move your project around if it slips on you to get it straight before it dries. And that good old wiggle room. Okay, so here's the front of our card. Happy Father's Day. And we're going to do the inside. And looking at, let's see what I did. I'm going to stamp another truck on the inside, if I can find my stamp. And I'm using the black memento. And I'm just going to put him down the bottom right-hand corner. And let's stamp our sentiment, which I put, hope your day is a good one. Where did I put it? Well, it couldn't have gone, there it is. I say it couldn't have gone far. It's one that I didn't clean. And stamp that up in our left-hand corner. Close up the black ink. And I'm going to go with a pecan pie truck on this one. And this too will lighten up after it sits a while. And I'm going to go with the road with the same color. And I need that black ink again. Our tires. I'm surprised I'm doing as well with that, with my eyes not quite right, like they're supposed to be it. All right, and what am I missing? I need the back end of the truck, the little tailgate thingies. Okay, I think that's good. I'll add that to the inside of our card. And like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, I hope that you'll share this with your friends, hit that share button, and also click on the like button. And if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, be sure you hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel. It brings me more viewers, and I'd appreciate that. Words are hard today. I can't talk right. All right, so here's our third and final card. Happy Father's Day. And we'll get that to lay right after I mess with it some. Happy Father's Day, and hope your day is a happy one with a little truck on the inside. So let me move all these out of the way, and I'll put them all out here for you to see. So there's our third. Here's our second card and our first card. So I hope you like those today. And if you haven't done your Father's Day cards yet, this will give you some ideas. And if not, they're good for birthdays or any occasions. It wouldn't have to be just Father's Day. I know men's cards are kind of hard to make all the time. I run out of ideas. So here's our 3 cards for today. Hope you enjoyed the show today, and be sure to tell your friends and family to come watch us. And until next week, y'all have a good week. Hope you get some crafting time in there. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. But if I need to change it I have another eye surgery coming up, I may have to change Wednesday to another day, possibly Tuesday, but I'll let you know for sure. I'll post it on my page and everything, so you'll know. Okay, so y'all stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.